I'm Erica, and we're going to get started in child's pose. So for child's pose, you can take your knees mat width apart, extend your arms forward on your mat, and either let your forehead come all the way down to the floor, or use a prop under your forehead to lift the floor up to you. And it may be that your hips are close to your heels, or it may be that your hips are lifted up into more of a puppy pose variation. Begin to notice your breath. Breathe into your back. Open mouth, exhale. Gently press down into your hands. Feel your tailbone lift toward the back of your mat. Last breath in. Long exhale. Come through to tabletop. Cat-cow tilts, which you can also take from a seated position. And if you would like to make that adjustment now, you can come to seated. Inhale, lift your chest up. Exhale, round through your back. Inhale, cow, lift forward. Exhale, cat, round, drop your head. Keep moving with your breath through cat-cow. And you can move a little faster if that feels good on your spine. Bringing a little bit more energy and movement to your thoracic spine. You can also choose to move more slowly. This is really about what feels good in your body. 2 more cycles of breath. Long backbone in a neutral spine. You can stay in tabletop, or you can tuck your toes and come to downward facing dog. Let your head go side to side, release through your neck. If you are in down dog, bend your knees so that you can have a little bit more space for your hamstrings. And from down dog or tabletop, lift your right leg behind you. Press down into your hands and then reach your right leg away from your hands. Bend at your knee, roll your hip open. Take your right knee all the way forward, turbo dog from down dog or table. Take your leg back. 2 more times, turbo dog, knee to nose. Take your leg back. Last one, knee to nose, turbo dog, downward facing dog or table. Reach your left leg behind you. From tabletop, it would look like this. Bend at your knee, roll your left hip open. If you're in tabletop, you can come down to your forearms. Knee to nose turbo dog. Extend your leg back. Knee to nose, scoop your navel. Take your leg back. Last time, knee to nose, hug your navel in. Tabletop or down dog. Two breaths. Look forward, step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reach to the ceiling, extended mountain. Fold down to the floor. Halfway lift. Hands to the floor, high plank. Shoulders stack on top of your wrists. And you can either be on the balls of your feet, pressing back through your heels, or you can take your knees to the floor. You might even like to take your forearms to the floor. These are all versions of plank pose. You choose your version. Notice that you are strong through your arms and your legs, as if the muscles are hugging into the bones. Two more breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Untuck your toes. Low cobra, peel your chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or you can come to puppy pose. This is a great alternative to down dog. And it's very similar alignment in your upper body. Draw your low abdomen in. Take one more breath. On no air, look forward, step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Extended mountain. Fold all the way to the earth. Halfway lift. High to low plank or no plank. You might even take tabletop. Cobra or upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Long exhalation. Notice that your heels are reaching down toward your mat, and they don't have to touch. Last breath. Look forward, step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Reach up to the sky. This time, Utkatasana chair pose. Sit low, as if you're sitting back in a chair. Feet and knees can be touching, or you can take your feet and knees hip distance apart. Hands can stay lifted, or hands can come to heart center. Feel that your quadricep muscles, the big muscles of your upper legs, are activated. Notice your whole footprint on the floor. You are connected and grounded in this chair pose. Take one more breath in. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Halfway lift. High to low plank or no plank. Cobra or upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Give yourself a moment to let it land. Your feet are on the floor. You have heel to heel alignment. Hands can stay at heart center or you can reach them up overhead. If you'd like to take warrior one deeper, you're going to stack your right knee right on top of your right ankle. Maybe even shifting your feet a little further apart, taking your thigh bone parallel to the floor. Press down into the outside edge of your left foot. You have that as your anchor. Two more breaths. Fullest expression. Hands to the floor. Vinyasa or go right back to down dog or tabletop. When you are ready, left foot steps forward. Virabhadrasana, warrior one, second side. And this side might be different. So you might want more or less space between your feet. You might want to keep your hands down, or you might want to extend them up. Be willing to be so present with your breath that you're deeply listening to what your body needs in this moment. And it's okay to make a change at any time. You're never stuck. Okay, let's breathe together. 3 more breaths. Maybe you start lifting your sternum bone toward the ceiling. Breathe in freedom on this last breath. Exhale, hands to the floor, vinyasa or down dog. Balasana, child's pose or puppy pose with your hips lifted. Take your right arm, thread it under your left arm, child's pose or puppy pose twist. Your left arm can even wrap around your low back for a bind. Come back through center, child's pose or puppy pose. Twist to the second side, left arm under. Maybe taking a bind with your right arm. One more breath. Exhale completely. Tabletop or downward facing dog. Look forward, step or jump forward. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Utkatasana, chair pose. Uttanasana, forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga Dandasana, low plank or no plank. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog or table. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. One big breath. Hands to the earth. You can take your vinyasa or you can go right back to down dog. Left foot forward, warrior one. Go for it. Reach up and open. Hands to the earth. Vinyasa or go back to your resting pose. This time, reach your right leg back. Take your right knee to your right elbow. Leg goes back. Right knee to your nose. Leg goes back. Right knee to your left elbow. Take your leg back. Knee comes all the way forward. Crescent lunge. Anjaneyasana. Right foot forward. Hands can stay below your shoulders, or you can extend your arms to the ceiling. Imagine that you're breathing all the way down into your ribs, letting the expansion happen through your rib cage laterally. One more breath. Exhale your hands to your heart, twist to your right. This can be prayer twist with your hands together, or open arm twist. Your right hand might even come to your sacrum bone. Your left knee might come down to the floor. Draw your right hip bone back. Come to your most complete twist. Hands to the floor, vinyasa, or meet back in down dog or table. Reach your left leg to the back of your mat, and then all the way up toward the ceiling. Left knee to left elbow. Take your leg back. Take your knee forward to your nose, turbo dog. Take your leg back. Knee crosses over your body to your right elbow. Take your leg back. This time, knee goes back to your nose, step it forward. Left foot down, crescent lunge, reach up. Draw the space below your navel in toward your spine. This is the engagement of Uddiyana Bandha, the navel lock. Two more breaths. Last breath in. As you exhale, hands to heart center, twist to your left. Prayer twist or arms open up. Keep your back leg active. Even if your knee is on the floor, you still have lots of energy through your legs and your arms. Now, if there's any modifications you want to take, we're here for 3 more breaths. Make it your own and breathe deeply. You've got this. Last breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Take a vinyasa or meet back in down dog or table. Full breath in. Out through your nose. High plank. Vashisthasana, side plank. Take your right hand to the center of your mat. Roll over on the outside edge of your right foot. You can also put your right knee down. You could come to the forearm of your right arm. There are so many options to taking side plank. So please take the option that feels best for you. Shoulders stacked. If it feels okay on your neck, you can look up at the ceiling. Keep your feet and legs active as much as you can. Last breath. Exhale, hands to the floor. If you like, you can take a vinyasa to flow it out, or you can come right back to down dog or tabletop. Full breath in. Out through your nose, Ujjayi breath. Side plank, second side. Left hand to the center of your mat. You can put your left knee down, or you can stack your feet. Your right hand can stay on your hip, or you can extend it to the ceiling. And then it can become really playful. You can lift your top leg, you can take a bind. Whatever feels good for you today, whatever you want to get curious about in your practice. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Hands to the floor, vinyasa, or go back to down dog or table. Deep breath in. This time, open mouth, exhale. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Hands to heart center, warrior 2. Press down into all 4 corners of your feet. It's almost like there's like a ripping sensation of your mat under your feet as your feet are energetically moving in opposite directions. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle. Right forearm down. Left arm can reach up by your ear to come into the full extended side angle. Or if you like to do a half bind or a full bind, you can move into one of those variations. 5 breaths. For your neck and head, first tuck your chin, and then you can allow your chin to move toward your left shoulder. 2 more breaths. Your fullest expression. Exhale, hands to the floor, vinyasa or down dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Hands through heart center, open into warrior 2. Notice that your shoulders are stacked on top of your hip bones. You are in the present and you are in your center. Flip your left palm, exalt your warrior. Your gaze can look up or it can look down. Extended side angle. Left forearm on your left leg. Right hand on your hip or extend it up by your ear, or half or full bind. There's so many options to make this pose accessible for you today. So listen to your body, make the changes, and we'll stay here for 3 more breaths. Great breathing, this is it. Hands to the floor, vinyasa, or go directly back to down dog or tabletop. Deep breath in, open mouth sigh. Look forward, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana chair pose. Sit low and reach up. Hands to heart center. Big breath in. As you exhale, twist to your right. This can be elbow on thigh bone with hands together, or hand on thigh bone, hand on sacrum bone. Twists are deeply cleansing for your organs, your digestive system. Sit a little bit lower as you twist. Exhale, fold forward, release. Feet hip distance apart, Padangustasana. Peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. If you prefer, you can take ragdoll with hands on props or the floor, or hands on opposite elbows. Breathe into your back. Last breath. Exhale through your nose. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana chair pose. So we're staying in the fire together. Continue to focus on your Ujjayi breath. Hands to heart center. On your exhale, twist to your left. You make it the twist that feels good in your body. And know that you can change that twist at any time. It's important to keep your chest above your hips so that your spine has length. Twist to your fullest expression. Fold forward, release. Padahastasana, gorilla pose. Feet hip distance apart. Hands come under the soles of your feet. So your palms meet the bottoms of your feet, up to your wrist crease. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step right into the balls of your feet. Like a little massage for your hands and your wrists. And if you prefer ragdoll, you can make adjustments with your arms and hands to come into ragdoll. Let your head and neck soften. One more breath. This time, open mouth, sigh. Release your hands. Heel toe your feet back together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Reach to the ceiling, maybe to the sky. You're going beyond the ceiling. Hands to heart center. Garudasana, eagle pose. Bend your knees, sit back and down as if it's a chair pose. But this time, right leg comes up and over your left thigh bone. Right arm comes under your left arm bone. Or you can stack your hands on your shoulders. Your right foot can wrap around your leg. It can even touch down on the floor, but you might have to come into a deeper squat for that to happen. Lengthen through the crown of your head. One more breath. Exhale, unravel, reach up. Hands to heart center. Eagle pose, second side. Sit low, left leg over, left arm under, or you stack your arms, one on top of the other. Retract your shoulders onto your back. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. This is it. 2 more breaths. Maybe you go a little deeper, the last breath. Exhale, unravel, reach up. This time, fold all the way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, low plank or no plank. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog or puppy pose. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Open mouth sigh. Come to tabletop. From tabletop, come all the way onto your back. Sati Bandhasana, bridge pose. Heels under your knees. Lift your hips to the sky. You can come into robot arms with your triceps on your mat and your forearms lifted toward the ceiling. Or you can walk your hands under your body. Press your hip bones toward the ceiling. Feel your upper leg bones slightly internally rotated, as if they're rotating down toward your mat. Keep on breathing. You've got this. Fullest expression. Release your hips to the floor. Second and last bridge, come on up. This is so good for strengthening your immune system. You're asking the thymus gland in the center of your chest to turn on, to activate. Press down into all corners of your feet. Lift into your fullest expression. You have 2 more breaths. Release down to the floor. When your hips come down to the floor, you can either take resting pose, knees together, feet mat width apart, or you can take Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, knees out. It may feel good to place one hand on your heart, one hand on your low abdomen. Unhinge your jaw. And when you're ready, you can bring your legs in toward your chest, giving yourself a big hug in. Maybe taking a moment to acknowledge yourself for something. Keep your right knee hugged in, extend your left leg down onto your mat, or bend your left knee and put your foot on your mat. Supine twist. Single leg twist, right leg crosses over your body, or you could certainly stack your knees if you prefer a double knee twist. Take both knees back through center, hug them in. Second side, left knee draws in. Right leg can extend down onto your mat, or you can keep your right knee bent and your foot on the floor. Sometimes it's nice to try both options or all options to see what's going to be best for you today. Let there be a melting action as your body lands on the floor and you really let your muscles relax. Twist on the second side could be a single leg twist as your left leg comes over your body, or a double knee twist. Knees through center. Give yourself one more big squeeze, sending some love and gratitude back into you so that you are replenished and you have it to share. Shavasana, final resting pose. Lay down your legs and your arms onto your mat. Taking a little space between your arms and your body, and some space between your legs so that everything can relax. And as we share these last few moments in silence, know that you are in a safe and held space to take these couple moments to yourself, to deeply integrate the practice today. Bring your awareness to your breath. Roll to one side of your body. Come up to seated, hands at your heart center, head bowed toward your heart. Thank you so much for your time and your presence today. Namaste.